See, my family is like in my whole entire family, they really support me. My mom, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters. You know, they really support me. So they give me a reason to keep moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though at my lowest moment, you know, like me, this the way I live my life. You know, I live for today and I pray for tomorrow. You know, people used to say, tomorrow ain't promised. Yes, it is. Tomorrow promise, but you ain't promised to see tomorrow. So you know what I'm saying? Cause tomorrow gonna come whether it's gonna be rain, some is sun, but tomorrow coming. You know, I used to wake up and wait, like go to sleep at night. God, I want $1 million tomorrow. I want this. I said, man, you gotta be the craziest somebody ever. Why you praying to God for $1 million? Why don't you just ask God to thank you for your health, your mom health, your kids health, your people's health? You know what I'm saying? And when I pray, I don't just pray for just individual. I pray for everybody. Well, you know, my experience in Crawford, you know what I'm saying, of growing up, you know, it ain't just, you know, we got a small population and, you know, it ain't just big like other cities. So, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of difficult for, you know, for you to believe in things when you're from a little small town like this. But you know me, I always believe in whatever I see, I can do it, you know what I'm saying? And my mom and my dad, you know what I'm saying, they pretty much were never together, but you know what I'm saying, I still love my dad, you know what I'm saying, no matter what. But my mom been in my life my whole life, and not saying that my dad ain't been in my life, but you know what I'm saying, Pop, I always love Pop, you know what I'm saying. You know, the time I see Pops, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? There go Daddy, you know. But, you know, my brother, we ain't just had it so good like others, you know what I'm saying? I think I got my first pair of Nikes when I was in the 10th grade. I joined the basketball team. You know, they was giving away Nikes, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to join the basketball team. I'm going to get me a pair of Nikes. So basically, you know what I'm saying? And Crawford, you know, it ain't just... Crawford, you know, you had to build yourself to believe in something because it's so small and you don't see a lot of activity goes on because I think it ain't no McDonald's, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? So really, you don't really see a lot in Crawford. You just got to believe, and you know what I'm saying? I used to walk around and tell my mama, I said, Mama, I'm going to make BET. And she was like, how you going to make BET? We ain't nobody going to see us. I said, true, they ain't going to see us. I'm going to see them. You know what I'm saying? So just a lot of ins and outs, and like I said, growing up in Crawford, Mississippi, man, it ain't just a struggle, but it ain't a lot of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So you had to really go out and branch out and do whatever you gotta do. Like a lot of people leave here when they get old enough to leave, and some of them just stay because that's all they know. And you know, like my brothers and my sisters, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got 5 sisters and 2 brothers. And you know, we real close, you know what I'm saying? Like I love all my brothers and my sisters. So, you know what I'm saying, we real close. And growing up with my mom, you know what I'm saying, she pretty much used to get on my nerves a lot, but that's my mom. And I love her to death, you know. But, you know, in my high school day, I graduated from West Lowndes High, and you know what I'm saying, and I started, like, I loved the baseball. Like, I grew up playing baseball. Like, baseball was my thing. And, you know, well, when I got a chance to, before I even made it to high school, I was in the 8th grade. I was the only 8th grade that starts high school. Like, I started 3rd base in the 8th grade. Like, coach wouldn't let me hit, but my defense was so solid that I start high school in the 8th grade. And you know, and in high school, man, I got a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I got pretty much a lot of things done in high school, you know, like I met a lot of new peoples and became real close to them. And, you know, Coach Bridges, you know what I'm saying, Coach Wicks, and, you know, Coach Wicks, you know, R.I.P. to Coach Wicks right now. And they really taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like growing up, fighting a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, but beside all that, you know, baseball and football really kept me focused in school, because I didn't think if I played sport, I wouldn't have graduated. That's the way I felt, you know what I'm saying? If I had not played sports, I wouldn't have graduated. You know, then all through my years in baseball and football, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, you know, I went a lot of places. We won state championship in the 10th grade. Like, I think I went, as a pitcher, I went 7-0 in the 10th grade. You know, as a pitcher, yeah, 7-0. And we won state that year. Coach Rusty Green, and I still love him to this day, you know what I'm saying? I love all the coaches now, but Coach Wick used to always, you love that man. You love, but you know, Coach Green was my guy, you know what I'm saying? Coach Green really was like a father figure to a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? He didn't play no games, and you know, the name of our shirts he made with no excuse, because he never wanted an excuse from you. Either you just don't do it or do it. Don't say you can't do it, because there's no excuse. The person that really kind of pushed me to become the man that I am today, I had a lot of people in my corner, you know what I'm saying? Like, my granddaddy was kind of in my corner, and you know what I'm saying, my uncles, you know what I'm saying? You know, my uncles, I think I'm still their favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Tomud and Uncle Wayne, and you know, like even my uncles and them was on my mom married side, like the Wilsons and the Robinson, like they my family, you know what I'm saying? Like they was with me like when I was, my mom married on the other side, so they was like, they took me in like I was their own, you know what I'm saying? Like I was their real nephew, and then to this day right now, that they still treat me the same. All my uncle, you know, like Robertson and the Wilsons, and I mean, they took me in and treated me like I'm one of them. By me being the first grand out of all my grandkids, and boy, we got a lot of them. Like I'm the oldest of all. I think, man, grandma probably got 100 grandkids, and I'm the oldest of all. Not saying I'm old, but you know, but like grandma, man, that was like, I was her favorite tale. My little cousin called him Whammy Pit, but till Pit came, and then little Babe came, and you know what I'm saying. But I was still grandma's favorite. R.I.P. my grandma and my granddad. I miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like R.I.P. The time in my lowest part of my life, you know what I'm saying, where actually I always been like not too high, not too low, you know what I'm saying, because I come from like not too much, so I know how I feel to be at the bottom, you know what I'm saying, so I know exactly what it means to not have nothing. So, you know, at my lowest, it's like, I just really can't tell, because, you know what I'm saying, they always say when you just don't never give up, and you know, keep going, keep moving, keep pushing. So at my lowest, I feel like if I got $10 to my name, I say, okay, I'm gonna take this 10. I'm gonna find me something to buy for $5. And I'm gonna take this $5 and make 20 more. So I guess, you know, at my lowest, I always just try to have a great spirit to lift me up, and not make me feel like I'm at the lowest, or put evil things on my mind to be at the lowest. Because you know, when you at your lowest, you do all kind of things that you may regret, or you may not see to regret. So you know what I'm saying, I just always stay focused, and you know, at my lowest, I just try to still maintain. Who inspired me to do music, man? I gotta say, man, you know, my partner Rush and them, you know, Polo and them, they always can rap, and they was like my best friend, like Rico and Redmayne. You know, Redmayne don't win no rapper, you know what I'm saying, but like Rush, Polo, Mo, they used to, you know what I'm saying, walk around, you know, so basically, it's just like, they decide to just, like, we from the same hometown, and they love, you know, we love to rap, so, and I'm like, y'all ain't leaving me out, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, so by them being my best partners, man, you know, they really like influenced me to just say, man, you can do it, you know, and you know, even though me and Kellac became a duo, basically, Kellac used to be the photographer. So, you know what I'm saying, Kellac used to be the photographer, just used to go all kind of ways. And Rushing was, you know, was the rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, like, I used to stay with Rush all the time, you know. He used to rap. He used to write me a little rhyme or two. I said, hey man, write me some, bro. So he was like, okay, I'll write you some. So, you know, he wrote me some, and I said, you know what? Man, I got to reading the organ one day. I said, man, Lil Wayne make all this money doing shows. I said, man, I want to take it serious, you know what I'm saying? I want to take it serious. So, you know, coming up with the Crawford Boy, we gave ourselves a name, and the buzz started going. And, you know what I'm saying? By them being like my brothers, man, like, you know, we just always stuck together. And to this day now, we still like best of friends, you know. Like, but they really inspired me to just do music, you know. Like, they don't know it, but I tell them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I guess they don't believe me, so hey. The relationship with Kellac done, man, me and Kellac been best of friends ever since we can remember, like grade school. And you know, growing up with Kellac, man, it was unbelievable, man. Kellac was the only somebody in the group that we used to hang that I buy some cookies and have 2 cookies left and keep them. He'll wrap them up in a paper towel and he'll put them in his bag. And then when everybody else get hungry and we walking and ain't got nothing to eat, he'll pull out his cookie and start eating. You know, I used to get mad, like, Kellac, you gonna share that cookie? I told y'all to learn how to say it, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, growing up with Kellac, man, it's just like, man, I got so many great memories with Kellac, man. I think one time I got mad at Kellac. One time we had a boxing ring at the gym out there called the community center. So with me and Kellac, I decided to just box with Kellac. So I called him Donald then, you know. So I decided to box with him. And you know, he left-handed and I'm right. So basically I was swinging at him, I'm trying to knock him out, just swinging. So basically, you know, Kellac just sitting back timing me. And all the time, I ain't know he was just timing me. He was like, okay, I'm gonna wait till you make this one mistake. I mean, Kellac threw back, and when he hit me, man, I'm talking about, I saw stars. I'm like, Kellac, man, you trying to hurt me. So, you know, we in a boxing ring, I just ran to him like, man, you just embarrassed me. But growing up with Kellac, man, and the memories that I have for Kellac, man, it's awesome, man. We went to grade school together, we went to high school together. I mean, we rode around on the weekend, me, Kellac, Tyrese, Rico, who's one of my best friends, and John Lee. You know what I'm saying? We used all, like, every weekend we used to save up a little money, you know what I'm saying, ride out. And my funniest moment with Kellac, like, when we used to ride back, it used to be real cold, like, I mean, probably about 15 degrees outside. We all rode the window down, we call it playing freeze out. So, you know what I'm saying? And Kellac, you know, he had a little thin jacket, so Kellac had a little thin jacket, so we knew it was time. So basically, outside that right there, just hanging out, we got a chance to finish high school together. He went to Valley State. I went to Scooper for 2 years playing ball, and he was already at Valley. So I went down back to Valley with Kellac, and we still just out. Me and Kellac, we just always been together, you know what I'm saying? Like, always. And like, my kind of like, you know, when I was on the road with Kellac, Kellac said one time that I never forget. He said, he looked at me, he looked at Big Fruit. He said, Jmoney, I think we hungry. I said, Kellac, how you gonna think for me? How you gonna tell me I'm hungry? I didn't know you're hungry. I think we hungry. But you know, Kellac say some of the oddest stuff, man. You know, you can tell in his words that he tried to be so creative. But you know what I'm saying, Kellac done with, I don't think we never got to fussing. I don't think we never got to no kind of wanna fight. And outside that, man, Kellac, you know, he always been there. And you know, we both got a chance to see a little professional side of the baseball. And we both got a chance to play college ball, you know, with college ball, then to see another side of a baseball level. And you know, my biggest experience with Kellac, you know, Kellac was like working at Nissan plant, and me and Big Fruit, you know, after the Crawford boys taught me a lot how to like rush, polo, you know, mow, taught me a little bit about the game and rapping. So everything had slowed down with the Crawford boys, and like we still best of friends, you know, we were still best of friends then. And so me and Kellac had hooked up with a guy named Big Fruit. You know what I'm saying? Big Fruit, you know, he was a beat maker, and I'm like, okay, you know me, I wasn't the best rapper, but I go find talent, you know. I go find me some talent. So Kellac introduced me to Fruit. So back and forth with Kellac, working at Nissan, playing, and I'm just like, I was working somewhere, I just can't think of where I was working at, but I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm finna do music. I'm finna go all in that. So you know what I'm saying, that's how I was going all in there with it. You know, the lean with it, rock with it, shake your laugh and tap it. All that had came in the play. So me, I'm a thinker now, you know what I'm saying? Really, I'm not the best rapper nor the best singer, but I'm a thinker. So as I was listening to this and I was seeing how the world was going crazy over Soulja Boy, well, before the Soulja Boy thing, where the world was going crazy over Shake Your Laugh and Tap It or Lean With It. L-M-I-Y-T. So I'm like, that's what's in right now. That's what the world want to hear. So I called Big Fruit up, and you know, we became best of friends then. I called Big Fruit up. I said, Fruit, man, you know, you coming to the studio tonight? And he was like, yeah, I'll be over there, but it'll be late on when I make it about 2 something. So I said 2 o'clock, I'm gonna stay up, man, cause you know, right now I'm on fire. I feel like I'm on to something. I got a little buzz going, you know, would meet me in the back. You know, the Crawford boys already had a little buzz with them. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I feel like a rapper now. You know, so I'm like, hit Big Fruit up. He came to the studio, it was late. I said, Fruit, man, we need, you know what we need? He said, what? I said, we need a snap beat. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, I ain't making no snap beat. I ain't that kind of beat maker. I said, well, that's what's in right now, Fruit. I'm just being honest, that's what it is. Man, I ain't making no snap beat. I'm a gangster beat maker. I said, well, okay then. Make a gangster snap beat then. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So he was just like, okay, you know. So 2 something coming around to 3, I was like, I fell asleep on the couch. So Fruit woke me up. He said, Jmoney. I said, what's up? He said, I got one. I said, what you mean you got one? He said, get up, you want to listen to this. So remember, he just had made the beat. So we ain't had no hook to it, no nothing. And remember now, before then, like before I called Fruit in, I mean, we was already in the street. We had a CD called Flood the Block. So we had a CD that we was all on from, you know, all Dean Town, and Fruit was dealing with all of them. And Lil Kel, just a lot more, you know what I'm saying? And so Fruit let me hear that beat. So we're gonna get back to the beat. Fruit let me hear that beat. I said, beep, 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 beep. Inside. So we ain't remember now, I'm just singing the song because that's what we made to it. But when that beat dropped in, I looked at Fruit. I said, Fruit, we got one. But Fruit mixed the song down and you know, put it on the CD by itself. So as we going around selling CDs, you know, Kellac was like, had this old Kellac, old Fleetwood, like a 94, 95. So basically, he went around, well, we all ran around and we had this peanut butter and jelly playing. Remember now, we didn't have it out on the CD or the Flood Block. We didn't have it out. So basically, you know, we had it playing, and guys were like, when we were selling CD, he said, hey, yo, bro, is that on that CD? And I'm like, nah. He said, I tell you what, you put that song on that CD, I'm gonna give you my number and I'll buy 10 copies. And that's when we knew we had a hit. Yeah, we moved to Atlanta, and that's when we know we had a hit. Like after the music had died down with the peanut butter and jelly, you know what I'm saying, it had got overwhelming because it was like a lot of U-turns went that way, and I still had a passion for music. So I had, you know, I've been doing music with, you know, Rick been in the game for a long time. Rick Outlaw, Magnolia Boy ENT. You know what I'm saying? He been in the game a long time. He used to go back and forth with me and Kellac. So, you know, we had, I still got a passion for music. So I'm like, I'm gonna switch my music up. I got my grown man on now. I got a little older. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing Southern Soul. So, you know, not saying that I got a passion for music, so I didn't want to give up. So, you know, Atlanta, C Sharp had dropped me an old Southern Soul track. You know, I'm like, okay, C Sharp. I hit C Sharp, I said, C Sharp, I need a Southern Soul track. He hit me back, got one for you. So I went up there, went all the way up there and recorded. Came back, I said, Rick, man, I got a plan, man. I brought the song to Rick, and Rick was like, oh yeah, we got something going, buddy. So, you know, we just started getting together on the Southern Soul side. Then ended up meeting Miss Carol Stater, you know what I'm saying, Miss Nookie Pie, this young buck. And like, we just came a family, Magnolia Boy ENT, and now I'm doing, it ain't Jmoney no more, man. It's Mr. Rogers, you hear me? Mr. Rogers. So, you know what I'm saying, then I've been representing Magnolia Boy ENT. You know, shouts out to my sister Carol Stater, shouts out to Rick Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? So I've been repping with Magnolia Boy ENT on the Southern Soul side. So, you know, we've been doing big things, and I don't want to give up. I'm not gonna give up, because it ain't meant for me to give up. You know, it just ain't my time right now. It ain't meant for to give up. And it ain't just say it ain't my time because I'm making noise, and a lot of people know me. Like, even with, I did a big record with Big Yayo. He got 230, it just was tearing the charts up real quick. 230,000 some views. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, we just keep moving, man. Like, went from rap, went from baseball to rap to now I'm in Southern Soul, man. You know, I just got a passion for whatever I do. And whatever I do, till God make that time for me, I ain't giving up. Southern Soul, Mr. Rogers, Magnolia Boy ENT. We all we got.